Hi friends, I'm TTB, welcome back to Mechwarrior 5 Mercenaries, another deep dive and mech guide, the Hatamoto-Chi, the pride of the Cretans. Let's go ahead and do another one of these nice deep dive videos where we talk about all the potential builds for all the available models on the Hatamoto-Chi, and then we'll showcase those in a quick play match. Now, let's get started with the Hatamoto-Chi 26T. It's an 80-ton assault mech. All of these are 80-ton assault mechs. This one comes equipped with two SRM-6 launchers, one in each side torso, plus a PPC in each arm. If we look under the hood, we can see that this one carries a single heatsinks only. We've got 1 ton of SRM ammo, and the armor is also not maxed out yet. So, how would you improve upon this mech? Well, I would say this mech would really depend on double heatsinks. You have an 80-ton assault mech, so it's on the lower end of the assault tier, and that means tonnage will always be a problem. And even though we don't have many hardpoints, there's much we can do with it. We can switch these PPCs out, for example, for chem lasers, or we could switch it out for large pulses. There are a lot of options available. The SRMs also can be switched out to different weapons. Do take note, these are all large slots, so while you only have 4 weapon slots in total, you can basically put anything in there that fits, with the exception, of course, of Dakar, because this mech doesn't have any Dakar hardpoints. So if we go back to the original loadout, that should be fairly substantial, fairly safe to play. I wouldn't really change much here. I would probably consider, if you have, removing the single heatsinks, at least switching the engine heatsinks out to double heatsinks, and with the gained tonnage, you know, just go ahead and armor up your mech, make it a little bit more tanky. And then you have a mech that can fight at long range with the PPCs, and as soon as you get closer, you start unleashing the nice DPS that you get from the double SRM-6. This is about 28 damage on target every 2.3 seconds. So that's really, really nice. So that would work pretty nicely for you guys as well, and I would maybe consider also adding another ton of SRM ammo. But yeah, as I said, if possible, you kinda have to make sure that you get double heatsinks for this mech, so this is gonna be the main challenge if you wanna run this successfully. Okay, let's apply this loadout. Moving on to the next variant. This is the 27T. This one has a little bit of an extra. This one comes with endo steel armor equipped, so you get a little bit more tonnage to play around with. The basic build that you get from this mech when you buy it is the same, but if you go ahead and strip the mech completely, you will see that you gain about, what was it, about 4 tons compared to the 26T, just because this one, as you can't see it of course, but it's in there, has endo steel armor available. Now, with this mech, let's do something different. Let's strip this mech for a sec. As you can also see, by the way, it was fully armored. It didn't have any armor points missing, but had still the same weapons loadout. Actually, let's revert that for a sec. Even had an extra ton SRM ammo, and I believe also more heatsinks. So all the extra tonnage went into a little bit more ammo and a little bit more heatsinks. Now, if we strip this mech completely, and let's say once again we do our double heatsinks in the engine. Let's say, for example, we want it to be a little bit more long-range oriented. So let's bring something really substantial. Substantial long range would be Lerm 20 with Artemis. With these two in there, all of a sudden you have 7 tons available. One of these would probably go into a tag laser. I would think about a tag laser here in one arm. So let's go with tag here. And then, well, the other arm, something for close range defense maybe. How much is a large chem laser in terms of like weight? Actually, large laser is 5 tons. That's not possible. I need something different. Large chem laser is also 5 tons. Okay, so large lasers will not work here. You can basically just put a medium weapon in here. So that means a medium laser. Let's put a good medium laser in here, because we need the tonnage for LRM Artemis ammo. Got 2 LRM 20s, and that means I would recommend at least 4, better 5 tons of ammo. There you go. Now we've got a super nice LRM boat that will enable you to provide fire support for your mates. Double LRM 20s. Plus the tag, medium laser here. We'll see how the AI performs with it. In my experience, AI performs best with LRMs if you just give it a move order, not too close to the enemy, and hope that, or put it a little bit further back from your lance, and then from there it'll start shooting the enemy to hell. So there we go. Tag, medium laser, and 2 LRM 20s. This is not that much higher than, let's say, for example, an archer, of course. But you can carry those LRM 20s with some really nice heatsinks and some really nice ammo. So all in all, it's potentially a better archer if you just spam the LRMs. And then last but not least, the Hatamoto... Why do they call it Hatamoto-Chi? the 27W. That must be a different variant. That's why it's the Hatamoto-Chi, not Ku, but Chi, but whatever. This thing differs from the previous variants in just one thing. It has the AC5 up here in the right torso, so you don't have the ability to equip any missiles anymore, but you get the ability to equip Daka. Let's look under the hood. As we see, once again, lots of single heatsinks, double PPCs, and AC5 and AC5 ammo. Armor is absolutely maxed, with the exception of the cockpit. Now, what would we do with this mech if we had it? Well, we would strip it, and we would think about two things. This is a medium ballistic slot, so if you really want to get the full firepower of the medium ballistic slot, something like an AC10 burst fire, or of course a Gauss rifle always works. Now let's see if we could actually equip PPCs on top of that. I wouldn't go with the ER PPCs would be nice, but since the range of the Gauss rifle really isn't really that conducive to it, I would just go with normal PPCs actually and just get less heat. Yeah, if you go Gauss PPC, as you can see, it's too heavy. You can't really add any additional cooling. You can't cool 2 PPCs with the Gauss rifles from here. So you might choose to do something different here. The Gauss, I think, is too heavy for this mech. What about the LB10 solid slug? Could you combine that with, for example, let's say large pulse lasers? Or just large lasers. Large lasers probably even better here. But let's say you've got large laser short burst. Sure, why the hell not? Put those two in here. Got an LB10 solid slug in here. And now you have the ability to add, I would say, 2 tons of ammo. That should be fine. And then you just go with your double heatsinks in the engine core. And now you could actually go ahead and really make this mech run cool. I think with this mech is never going to overheat if you run it like this. Never, ever, no chance. Lots and lots of double heatsinks. Doesn't have an insane damage burst potential though. The problem is that with this mech, I think it's actually the weakest of the 3 variants, because that one Daka slot is not going to allow you to bring that much firepower to the field. What you could do, however, I mean, this is 5 tons. If you wanted to switch, you could go and try large pulse lasers, but the problem with the large pulses is going to be that you're sitting at 7 tons each, so you're spending an extra 4 tons, which means you have to remove 4 double heatsinks. Would still be viable, and will probably do more damage over time. 15.6 every 13.5 seconds. That's actually not bad. So we'll try it with the large pulse lasers for the AI. See how it goes. Alright, those are the builds for the AI. Here is my build, the Hatamoto-Chi 2070. As I said, this one, if you have the mod installed, it shows you the mech internals. When you mouse over, you'll see it has ES, which stands for Endo Steel. So I chose to go with the basic loadout. I just gave myself a little bit better weapons and a little bit better cooling. We have a total of 3.5 tons of SRM Artemis ammo. We've got 6 double heatsinks, and we've got PPCs and SRM 6 with Artemis 4 to give us that extra pinpoint firepower. Alpha strike damage 68, nothing to scoff at, and with a 2.2 cooling per second, it should be fine. However, as soon as we get too close, about 300 meters, I will probably only start shooting the SRM 6 because we don't have the heat to run the PPCs at the same time. Another option would be not to have the PPCs, of course, but just run this with short burst lasers, for example. That's also an option for us. Maybe that might be actually the better option for us. So short burst, large lasers. Rate of fire is about 3 seconds per shot. Doesn't really generate that much heat, and is also a little bit lighter. So if you run something like this, of course large pulses would also be an option, but let's say large laser short burst. Let's turn this into like something like a brawler. How about that, huh? Let's not even have PPCs. Okay, we win 4 tons. That just means extra cooling for us. I'm gonna move the Artemis ammo over here, move the double heatsinks in here. This thing should not overheat at all. So we're sacrificing a little bit of burst damage long range, a little bit of burst damage for sustained damage over time, and that looks like a good build to me. Alright, mechs are equipped, let's go on. We have a defense mission coming up to try out our mech. Let's get going. A samurai lance. A samurai lance. We are following the code of Bushido. We are following the code of Bushido. Oh, short burst lasers are nice. Like even for a large laser, you just go boop and you hit. Has basically the duration of a small laser. Let's see what happens. Oh, I saw something. Okay, we've got a panther over there. Something else walks through the wall here. I really wish we had a bigger zoom. Oh, by the way, Mechwarrior 2 baddie test right now. Hey. That sucked. Did hit him.
Target destroyed. New target. Panther. Target destroyed.
That's kind of cool.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, the SM6s are just gonna reign supreme here.
Target destroyed.
The new target sounds a little bit too loud right now, I feel, from the baddie. But I like the old school sounds. Nav Alpha reached. Mission successful. Anybody remember? That was 25 years ago.
Looks like you've got their attention. I'm showing multiple hostiles incoming on your position.
Where's my lure boat? I think it's the... Is it F3?
New target. Hatamoto-Chi.
Oh, this one is this. 27T, okay. So, we'll just move him over here. Let him just stand here. Hopefully that will be enough for him to just start lurming like a crazed madman.
New target. Javelin.
At least that's the idea. Oh, that was a little bit too far forward. Rip. Actually, it's not bad. This is one of these cases, apparently, where less is more in terms of weapons.
New target. Hunchback.
Can we hit him at 700 meters? Oh, almost. SM sniping, boys! Oh, he's taking the damage like a champ. Look how he's falling apart. Rip. That was nice. Is he hanging up where I told him to? Yeah, he's hanging up where I told him to. The other guy's just following me. And he, see? He's using his lurms. He's using his lurms. Just gotta find a central spot where you fight around. Not run away further than 500 meters. Whee! Almost hit him. Not bad. Not bad, actually. Oh, what is that? That's a lot of stuff coming away from the air. Alright. Let's burst these dudes down. Ooh, nice shot.
Target destroyed. Target.
Enemy mech forces spotted operating in the area. Watch out for them.
So far, the Hatamoto-Chis are doing well. I like the combination of large laser short burst and the SRMs. Oh, can we finally do it? Come on, come on. Yes! Bombardment! Bombardment! Do it! Woo-hoo-wee! The landing zone was hot, boys!
Black Knight.
I didn't really do much to them, though. A little bit of damage.
Target destroyed.
Alright, let's see how long we take to kill this Black Knight. Although he's been damaged a little bit already. But yeah, as you can see, like the firing rate of the SM6 is just amazing. I should be dead here next level. Okay, maybe not. Missing a couple of shots. Let's go for the other Black Knight. What I'm also seeing right now is that we're losing some stuff here against the Black Knights. Rip. But the good thing is we didn't even run hot. So running this with PPCs is probably more solid than you might think. We didn't really run that hot. Okay, send my guys in here. This took a lot of damage already. Unfortunately we lost the arm. The weakness of course is that two of your main weapons are gonna be in the arms, so it's rather easy to lose them. But we'll stay on target as much as we can. Hey, dying in. There we go. Over the Hunchback. Well, the Hunchback, of course, if it has an AC-20 in its side torso, you want to destroy that side torso as quickly as possible. Rip. Uh-oh. Press F to pay respects! Poof goes the weasel. Alright. Moving on. So far, successful test, I would say. Once again, if you want to take less damage, this is just a quick play mission, so I don't really care about taking too much damage. If you want to take less damage in the game, you need to send your AI forward using the F3 movement command. So you press F1 to select your whole lands, and you just move them to wherever you're pointing. Go to location. Okay, we've got 2 targets remaining, and that's gonna be it. I don't see where they are, so... Oh, there we go. It's a pattern tank. This looks like a perfectly justified use of force to me. Dude, what? Did you just fuck up my... Okay, he's behind the wall.
I'm showing no more enemies on the
Okay,
squad
oops.
commander.
Well, yeah, there are no more enemies. Hey, this is entirely gratuitous at this point.
We've got for airstrike support, Commander.
Bombarding our own base. Next level. So, Hatamoto-Chi. The 27T with the LRMs actually ended up doing the most damage for the AI. But yeah, we just basically took all the damage, but also dealt almost all the damage. 1400 in that short period of time. Really nice. So, it kind of feels a little bit like a more sturdy dervish, which it actually is. I like the ability to run PPCs and SRMs or large lasers SRMs. You have that combination of 2 hard-hitting long-range weapons and then also 2 hard-hitting short-range weapons. So don't underestimate this thing, give it a try, and let me know what you think about Hatamoto-Chi in the comments down below. And also guys, if this video was helpful to you, hit the thumbs up button. If you're watching this on YouTube, it really helps the algorithm to understand that this is a good video that more people that are interested in Mechwarrior 5 Mercenaries should have a look at. And if you want to support me, check the video description below for all the various options on how you can do that, since I'm doing this full time. Thanks for watching guys, I'll see you next time.